Welcome to the Litany of Catholic Martyrs for December 5th. In a secular world filled with those who turn their backs on the one sent by the Creator, we take time today to honor those men, women, and children who joyfully offered themselves as a living sacrifice for Holy Mother Church. As we go about our daily chores, let us bring to mind those martyred men, women, and children with the words of Father John Hardon, Society of Jesus. Never in the history of the papacy has any bishop of Rome written at greater length about martyrdom than Pope St. John Paul II. His encyclical, The Gospel of Life, devotes 1,000 or more words to the call to martyrdom in our age. He reminds us that the revelation from the Old Testament to the New, and from the time of Christ to the present day, is the history of martyrdom as a witness to the truth. He names Susanna, who refused to consent to lechery and was ready to die to preserve her chastity. He spoke of John the Baptist, who was beheaded by King Herod because he condemned the adulterous marriage of the king. But he especially identifies Jesus Christ as the King of martyrs, who died on the cross as a witness to the truth which he was sent to proclaim to the world. So the history of courageous practice and profession of the truth has gone on for 20 centuries of Christianity. We commonly speak of the first 300 years of the Christian era as the age of martyrs. Certainly, tens of thousands of believing Christians laid down their lives rather than compromise their Christian faith and morality to the pagan culture in which they lived. Every single pope up to the 4th century died a martyr's death. So far from crushing Christianity or destroying the church founded by Christ, martyrdom actually contributed to the growth of a Christian civilization. The phrase sanguis martyrum et semen Christianorum, the blood of martyrs is the seed of Christians, was not some pious aphorism. It was a literal fact of history. The more blood was shed by Christian in dying for the faith, the more Christianity expanded throughout what had been a pagan world. With all that being said, the following by the great John Hardon, Father Hardon. The following is a list of those the Church asks us to remember today. At Mutala in Cappadocia, Saint Sabas, abbot, who was renowned in Palestine for admirable examples of sanctity. He labored courageously in defending the Catholic faith against those who attacked the Holy Council of Chalcedon. At Tabesta in Africa, during the time of Diocletian and Maximian, Saint Crispina, a woman of the highest nobility, who refused to sacrifice to idols and was beheaded by order of the proconsul Annolinus. Her praises are often celebrated by Saint Augustine. At Tagora in Africa, the holy martyrs Julius, Potamia, Crispinus, Felix Gratus, and 7 others. At Nicaea, near the river Var, Saint Bassus, bishop, in the persecution of Demes and Valerian, he was tortured by the governor Perennius for the faith of Christ, burned with hot plates of metal, beaten with rods and whips garnished with pieces of iron, and thrown into the fire. Having come out of it unhurt, he was transfixed with 2 spikes and thus terminated an illustrious martyrdom. At Pavia, Saint Dalmatius, bishop and martyr, who suffered the persecution of Maximian. At Palino in Abruzzo, Saint Palinos, bishop of Brindisi, under Julian the Apostate, because by his prayers he caused the temple of Mars to fall to the ground. He was most severely scourged by the idolatrous priests, and being pierced with 85 wounds, merited the crown of martyrdom. Also Saint Anastasius, martyr, who, thirsting for martyrdom, voluntarily offered himself to his persecutors, At Treves, St. Nicetius, or Nicetius, I'm not sure which, bishop, a man of great sanctity. And finally, at Polypodum in Asia, St. John Bishop, surnamed Wonder Worker. And as always, please remember to pray for all those who had loved ones who were martyred on Easter Sunday in Sri Lanka. These are the men, women, and children we honor today. Let's take a few moments in our day to think about them, maybe do some research on them. God bless each and every one of you for listening. Take care.